Peace, peace. Salute, Rip. How you?
What's going on, King? Talk to me.
Now everything good, man. We doing another episode on this M-Rec and Rip show, man. How you feeling?
Listen, man, I'm blessed. Holiday weekend. Get get another day to be greater than yesterday. You know what I'm talking about?
Fact. That's a fact. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We getting right to it, man. We got a special guest today. You know what I mean? We got my brother Scrams in the building. Scrams, could you introduce yourself to the people, who you are and where they may know you from?
Yo, what's going on? Scrams, son of Scram. Been in the game for a little while, Bodyguard game for a little while with the boy Katt for about 9 years. Had some other people I dealt with too, but mainly running in the trenches with him and with Reggie. And I know the catastrophic possibilities of running on these tours. And unfortunately we saw one with this situation here.
No doubt. No doubt. So Rip is going to take us to the actual interview that Trinell Williams did, and we're going to go from there. We're going to react to it.
Yeah, I mean, again, for those who may not know, because it has been about, 3 months now, since the tragic murder of Reggie Carroll, who was out on tour during a break, actually a summer break. Some of the comedians were touring with Katt Williams on the Heaven on Earth tour. What we do know in regards of the facts is that a shotgun was confirmed to be used in this situation, fired multiple times, yet we still have no motive as to what actually happened between Katt Williams security and, comedian Reggie Carroll, our brother. So today we are going to react to this video. Apparently, Trinell has spoken with local media to, I guess, give his side of the story. Now, we all know, coming from the streets, you always advise to, keep your mouth shut. You know what I mean? But in this case, homie felt the need to speak with local media. So we're going to play this video, and then we're going to get Scram's take. You get what I mean? Considering he's worked on the road with Katt, Reggie, he knows some of these individuals. I know it's a lot of people who cover this shit. They just covering it for the sake of content. But again, we had a relationship with Reggie. So, we definitely feel like, the least we can do is shed light and trying to get the truth on what happened with the murder of Reggie Carroll. So let's get right into this video.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Team News, to watch news in the South.
This morning, Fox 13 has exclusive video showing the moments before a deadly shooting in South Haven. The shooter and the victim were on tour with comedian Katt Williams. Security guard Trinell Williams is charged with the August murder of comedian Reggie Carroll.
And this morning, Trinell Williams is telling his side of the story exclusively to Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre. And Jeremy joins us live this morning in South Haven.
Moments before we sat down one-on-one for this interview, Trinell Williams told me he and his lawyers believe it was time to get his side of the story out.
There's witnesses out here, though, bro. I stay right here. I just called Katt. It's witnesses right here, bro. It's witnesses outside, bro.
This is video given to me by Trinell Williams. He's the man charged with shooting and killing comedian Reggie Carroll in South Haven in August. Now check this out. In the video, you see and hear Carroll making several threats and even brandishing a gun.
So if someone is showing signs that they are irresponsible with a firearm, if they're constantly making threats with a firearm, we have to intervene early, or that will gradually grow with a snowball effect and grow into a bigger problem.
Williams says this is one of several videos he recorded leading up to the August 20th deadly shooting at his home. Williams says moments before the deadly shooting, Carroll threatened him at gunpoint.
So this time when he pointed the gun at me, he was blocking the front door. So when I grabbed the weapon that was close by and used it for self-defense and called the police immediately, I was honestly in fear for my life.
District Attorney Matthew Barton told Fox 13 Carroll was killed with a shotgun. Williams says he worked as on-call security 24 hours a day for comedian Katt Williams. He lived in this home on Burton Lane in South Haven, leased to a company owned by Katt Williams. Trinell Williams says Carroll moved into the home while on break from Katt Williams's comedy tour.
So from previous experiences, I've already been watching this guy build his confidence up. I've already reported him on several occasions that he's pointing a gun at me. And since he's not being punished, there was nothing to deter him from constantly doing that.
Williams says he began recording Carroll's interactions, which Williams describes as violent.
I was getting more in fear for my life with each sign because really think about it, Jeremy.
Williams is currently out on bond and wearing an ankle monitor. Williams's case has not yet been presented to a grand jury. He contends his actions were self-defense.
Yeah, and Janelle Williams and his lawyers say they are waiting to hear what's next for this case, because again, it has yet to go to a grand jury.
All right, y'all. Did you hear the clip, Rack? Y'all heard that, Scrams?
Yeah, I heard it.
So initially, man, what were your thoughts when you first seen this interview from Trinell?
You know, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is why I blame Katt for these situations. And everybody say no, whatever. But see, y'all don't understand. He breeds in these tours. He breeds this type of chaotic environment. Like he requires these people to be around him all the time. And when you off a tour, you on break. You're supposed to be able to relax, go spend your money, go to the Bahamas. Look, Ray Grant, he's in Bahamas. The comedians, they not there. You got to be there because they ain't got no money. Because the little bit of money you got on the road barely got you to the break. And then he requiring you to be around him. So what? 2 men, 3 men up in that little house. And Trinell, like I said before, I don't think he would just go kill somebody for Katt. And I don't think he would just kill somebody, period. But I told you, at one point, them two got into it. And they got into it because of the crazy atmosphere that this dude has these people in. On top of the fact they got to deal with his attitude 24/7. Who knows how he's going to be today? Who knows how he's going to be tomorrow? And he's not going to be happy none of them days. Despite what y'all think y'all know about him on stage, he's not nice to be around. Very rarely. So, you know, it's a shame. But I think Trinell was in fear because they were once cool. I remember both of them. I've been around both of them. I know both of them. And they were once cool. But, you know, neither one of them is like suckers or whatever. Neither one of them is really going to back down if it gets to that point. So for them to be going at odds, that's the commander's responsibility. That's what Katt should have stepped in. He know that was brewing. He know they was going at it. He should have been separated them, been told them, both of them, this is not acceptable. Instead, you let it brew till somebody get killed. Come on.
Right. I mean, it's interesting because he's claiming self-defense, yet he states a history of this, you know, alleged ongoing issue with Reggie in this interview. I mean, do you think Katt would sign off on something like this, speaking to the media, considering this is still a investigation, you know what I mean, pending?
Not at all. You speak in the media. If you in that camp and you speak in the media, it's a problem. You know, maybe if TMZ catches you, you better say the right thing. But if you say anything to the media, but I knew he went against the grain when I saw him when he went to the news. Because Katt is not like, and you see, he didn't make a response yet. He don't do any news. No. He don't do any media. And if he does, it better be approved by him, what you say, especially talking in his camp or with his name involved.
Right, right. Rock, you still there, King?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good, King.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Rack, on this this interview that was just, you know, uploaded a couple days ago, man?
I'm just trying to understand what's going on with the investigation, because if he got, you know, footage that's pertaining to the case, why is he putting it out to local media, and why these authorities that's supposed to be looking over the case don't have this content? And also, Scrams, let me know if I'm right or wrong on this. If he was outside already right? Outside of the house. We saw that, right? Is a camera set up inside and he's outside of the house. How is Reggie Carroll a threat if this is the footage he going off right before the incident happened?
Now they saying that they saying that wasn't the day it happened, right? They saying that wasn't the day it happened, but it do show that, for one, I hate to say it, but for one, it's the South, and Reggie got a felony. So if he in possession of a gun, that shows something right then and there, like to go for the other side. And then if dude lives there and Reggie both live there, you know, it's still a threat because dude can't come into his own home, blah, 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 you know, and that's why I say it should have never got to that point. That happened before the killing. So Katt saw that. He should have been like, oh, hold on, both of y'all sit down. Let me talk to y'all. Let me get this. Come on, because he's the commander of the camp. It's a military-minded situation. Come on. So, you know, but they're looking at that like, okay, Reggie, even if they want to send him up the river for the killing, they looking at it like, okay, Reggie was a felon. This is the South. Dude got a CCW from the South. We got to treat him basically like a white citizen. You know what I'm saying? That's why he ain't even get indicted yet. If they had it, they would have threw it in front of the grand jury. He'd have got indicted. Come on, within 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, my only issue is that if it really was a threat, like first and foremost, if Reggie was this wild, hot-tempered individual, because again, we all got triggers, right? We all, man, we people. People piss us off every day. You know what I mean? But think about it. If he was such a liability, why even bring him on a tour? You know what I'm saying? It's a risk to jeopardizing, you know, the money. Like the situation here, it screams lack of accountability, lack of leadership, because a lot of people tried to clear Katt name, you know, as if people were saying he had something to do with it. No, but considering this is your talent, your security, you know what I mean? These are comedians that's out on your watch. The fact that you haven't said nothing and you've allowed this man to create a narrative, because again, Reggie can't speak from the grave. So we just gonna take everything that they say for face value as if this man is just reckless in the crib with firearms. I mean, just listening to the videos that were released, it sounded like Reggie was being agitated by this Trinell Katt. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. So I don't know. It's just weird that you got cameras set up. You know, he says Reggie had the gun drawn on him, so he allowed you to get the shotgun and kill him. I mean, I don't know. I'm scratching my head on all of this because it don't sound right, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something happened. Something happened between them two because, like you said, if you go back years back, they got pictures of each other giving each other five. When I was around both of them, they were cool. So something happened, you know. I don't know what could have set it off, to tell you the truth, between them to start the bad blood, you know. But I never saw, like you said, Reggie's not just he's not just gonna go crazy for no reason and just, you know, he's not just that type of person, just walk down the street and go crazy, you know. But once he's, you know, so it's like, I don't know, man.
I mean, you know, for those who may not know, you know, when's the last time you were in contact with Katt yourself?
That's what I'm saying. People don't. Oh, who, me?
Yeah, yourself. Like, when's the last time you spoke with Katt or even seen him?
Me and him not gonna speak, like I said, because like I said, I didn't get fired from my job. I didn't. What's the name? I quit 2015. Me and him got into it 2015 November. That's the last time me and now. We had a conversation through other people, 2022, and, you know, then we had some more bad blood, 2023. So, me personally, I don't think that situation is going to mesh anymore.
Yeah, I only bring that up because, you know, a lot of people, you know, they have their issues with Katt. And, you know, for me and MREC, you know, we here on behalf of Reggie Carroll because it seems as if no one is speaking on his behalf. They're allowing this, you know, I guess smear campaign, you know, happening against Reggie that, you know, just continue on. And it's, you know, it's unfortunate. So this is why me and MREC are using our platforms and reaching out to someone like yourself who, has, knowledge of what's going on behind the scenes versus fans who are just, worshiping celebrities and things of that nature. So again, we appreciate you, for coming on the platform for real.
Yeah, Reggie was loyal. That was the problem. He was loyal to a fault. Reggie was loyal, and he was loyal to Katt. He was loyal, and that's the sad thing about it. Like, you got a dude loyal to you, then you should put his best interest in heart. Don't leave him out in Oakland after you punch somebody in the face, and now 20 dudes is coming around, and now you mad at Reggie because they stole the Bentley. They stole the Bentley because you punched the kid in the face, and now he's coming back to kill you, and you leave Reggie downstairs with the keys. And this 2013, 14. So it's like you were already putting him in danger, and he was already to fault by loyalty. Like, I would have left that, man, whatever, man, because I know what happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wow. Well, we appreciate you tapping in on the platform, and the people gonna get familiar with you because there's gonna be other topics that we're gonna have you tap in with us on. You know what I mean? We just wanted to, give people a whole nother perspective on this from somebody that was inside the camp.
Definitely. Definitely.
Appreciate you, Scrams.
All right, my dude. All right, y'all.
Not real shit. Appreciate you, Ken. We're gonna lock in.
All right,
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna hit your line later, bro.
Definitely.
All right. Peace.
Can you see the screen, King?
I can see the screen.
You see that?
Yeah, I can see that. I think
it looks like what appears
he's
to be
still in the room.
Hold on, I got you, King. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You good.
Okay.
You good. Hold up.
Yeah, I can still
Okay.
it's still on the Fox 13, right?
Yes, sir. But I want you to see what's on the screen.
Oh,
you see
shit.
that? It looks like the incident report.
Is that new? Oh, that's
I mean, they were able to get it local media. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Oh shit.
See that?
Yeah, oh shit.
And listen, y'all, many of us been trying to get our hands on an incident report. And, we've been having issues with obtaining this. So this is your first time seeing it. Shout out to Fox, Memphis News 13. Shout out to them.
Salute to them.
Let me see right here. Upon arrival, I did not hear anything from inside the residence while knocking on the front door. Due to the nature of this call, I proceeded to open the door ajar, which was unlocked, and I guess to announce myself. I was then approached by a male later identified as Trinell Williams. So I guess this is the account on behalf of the officer that responded to the scene. He came to the door. I guess he said he stated he was unarmed. Williams had a small tan-colored book bag or backpack in one hand that he had on the floor before being told to exit the home. While speaking with Williams and further assessing, Williams stated he was reaching. I put the gun he had on the sofa. I was under the impression that Williams had been shot based on the information dispatch provided. Williams stated that he was not shot and that the subject who was shot was on the floor in the doorway. At this time, I then observed a male subject, later identified as Reggie Carroll, lying on his back in the stairway. I noticed a black handgun on the sofa arm that Williams was referring to, which he said belonged to Carroll. Williams was then removed from the residence and detained. Upon further observation of Carroll, I noticed 2 gunshot wounds in the right upper chest region and one to the left side of Carroll. I noticed 2 gunshot wounds to the right upper chest region and one to the left side of his jawline, exiting through the left cheek area. I then began to apply pressure to the chest wounds. Carroll's body appeared lifeless at the time. Upon observing the fact he was not breathing, I did not feel a pulse. I then began chest compressions and continuously checked for a pulse until EMS arrived. Officers Reynolds eventually took over chest compressions. Once EMS arrived, I cleared the residence to assist other officers with establishing the crime scene.
Wow.
Again, first time being able to see this information. But like I said, according to this document, Reggie was already gone. Trinell was there giving him the rundown of what happened.
Yep.
But as you can see, multiple wounds, entry wounds, right?
I mean, it's from this, it's saying that Reggie got hit 3 times.
That's why I said multiple times. He just noticed the wounds, you know, entry, exit. You know, if a shotgun was used, you gotta,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
if you got spreaders or not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Wow.
But according to him, you know, Reggie already had a firearm pointed at him, and in that moment felt his life was in danger, so he reached for a shotgun. And that part of it just I get it. As a fan of Katt Williams, y'all don't want to hear it, but that's just doesn't logically make sense. I'm gonna allow someone to get the drop on me. Remember, you got cameras set up and everything like that. So now I ain't gonna get into the facts of the firearms and, you know, they found a black gun on the sofa arm. Listen, you know, those in this investigation, you know, they gotta do their job.
They gotta do their job.
Point blank period. You okay? But looking at this piece of paper, it seemed like everything was already laid out. Story was already prepped. And Reggie, he can't speak from the grave, y'all.
Nah.
Now, you know, again, condolences to Reggie and his family. This is Thanksgiving coming up, right? Someone's not going to be home with their family, their children, right? While everyone else is on a break, going on about their business, 3 months later, we still don't know what happened.
Nope.
And homie is throwing Katt under the bus by saying there was an ongoing issue and no one intervened. Now, of course, you know, some would argue, well, damn, you're the security. You should know how to de-escalate.
Yes.
Walk away. Your life is in danger. You got enough time to exit the premises, set up multiple cameras, come back, do all of this and that. I mean, I don't know how much of a threat, you know what I mean, Reggie was to you in that moment, but, you know, to just take this.
Doing a full-fledged production, right? Like you damn near shooting, you know, multiple movies. You have multiple angles. So which one is it? Is your life in danger or you shooting a movie? You know what I'm saying? Because
right, you can't do both. You can't do both.
Yeah.
And real people know when them shots get to fire, you only got with a few seconds to react. People hitting the deck, people running.
Yeah.
Come on. You saying someone had the drop on you and then allowed you to go get the shotgun to hit them multiple times. So why wasn't it a shootout? If they had the drop on you?
Facts.
You had enough time to call the police, reach out to Katt, do all of these things, but you didn't have enough time to walk away. Because I know what I heard in the video, and that was Reggie saying, yo, shut the F up. Leave me alone. I'm trying to work. You keep talking. You pump faking. You pulling out your joints.
Fact.
This is what I'm saying. For those who are worshiping Katt, listen, we just trying to, you know, apply comprehension, you know, logic. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Using that critical part of your brain, because a lot of people jumped on this story specifically.
Yes.
As if they gave a damn.
Nah.
Damn the fact that MREC and Rip had already been doing business with Reggie Carroll, Scrunch Show, Knockout Kings of Comedy. We had already been doing our thing with this. People wanted to front like they didn't see it, but the whole time they was taking notes.
Correct.
And the moment this man was murdered, everybody jumped on the wave to report it like they gave a damn. Well, now we got an actual interview from the shooter speaking out, throwing Katt under the bus, and nobody says nothing but mush mouth. This is crazy.
Shit crazy.
And this is what pissed me off, because you'll have people on social media talking about stop using Reggie name for content. Yo, so who's going to sit back and allow this man to create a narrative, right? Shitting on Reggie legacy and everything he worked hard for. None of the comedians that he worked with on tour have said anything.
Anything.
They just letting this shit go on. Painting this man to be just some wild, reckless man. Just off the cuff, hot-tempered. If that was the case, why would you even hire him and bring him on tour? For the record, how many incidents have Reggie had on the road while on tour with Katt? Does he have a history? All right, then. He around people that he done got money with for years. So what's the problem today? Why now?
Exactly.
I'm going to feel like I'm going to take his life. That has to be the last resort. If somebody getting under my skin, I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't setting up no cameras and I'm getting the hell up out of here, man.
Exactly.
It's the summer break. All the comedians are home. Why am I out here in Mississippi in a house with Reggie, who's 52 and I'm 38? Come on, man. But this is what pissed me off, because everybody wants to clout chase. Nobody wants to be honest. It's Thanksgiving. Before you know it, he already out of the minds of people, man. You got some of the comedians, I'm not going to say your names. Y'all so desperate, y'all trying to replace the man's spot on tour.
Yep.
What type of sucker shit is that? And this is me saying this. Sensei ripped from Forgotten Kings T. I'm saying this. From Baltimore City, I'm saying it. Some of y'all are bums, because that could have been y'all. And when I would have been one of the very few, me and Rec would have been the very few platforms that would have kept it 100, while everybody would have just thrown you and your legacy under the rug, man.
That's a fact. Let's do this. To give the people more insight. How many of these comedians, so-called friends, was at Reggie Carroll wake or funeral?
I mean, as far as, you know, the credible names, the ones that he went, you know, hard in the paint for, I didn't see him.
Okay.
You know, shout out to the comedians from the city who had love for Reggie.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Those who, you know what I mean? We know who was there. But this is turning into something different, because now you got the media involved. At first, everybody jumped on it, but, you know, after the release of the information, the police cleared Katt of any wrongdoing. Fast forward a month or two later, this Trinell guy is leaking clips, these same videos, because the local media, they don't know. This isn't moments before that happened. He tried to set it up as such, but it couldn't be, because the timestamp on the video said, I think July 29th or something to that effect. So again, like I said, as far as the facts, the only facts we've been able to get is the shotgun use. You know what I mean?
Right.
They make it seem like Reggie and homie was roommates, you know, out there in Mississippi on their own. But once they cleared Katt, it was as if, hey, that's between Reggie and homie. And that's not right. Everybody was out there on business. Okay. So if they acting crazy on my watch, because this is my team, I got to handle that accordingly. Now, y'all out here messing up that money. You know what I mean? I ain't going to sit here and get it to a point where somebody lose their life. Come on now.
Correct. Now, Reggie was so much of a problem. Why not just send him home?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
If he was that irate, you could have put him on the next thing smoking.
Both of them. Because y'all both making it hot. Come on. You know, who's the adult here? Like I said, they want to paint Reggie out to be this wild person off the cuff, hot-tempered. But again, somebody got to speak on his, he's gone. We ain't said nothing. We fell back.
All the way back.
You feel me? We fell back. Just to sit back and watch this continue on, and nobody from Monique, Red Grant, anybody that worked on tour with Reggie at the time has said nothing. They made their little, you know, posts, but everyone is acting as if they're not seeing these videos that's being leaked, showing Reggie in a certain light. And then you got people that see in the comments, you know, they just running with the narrative. They don't know the man. But the first comment you see right here is speaking without attorney is never a good idea.
Facts.
Now, why would you say something like that if he was innocent, right?
Mm-hmm. Look,
But it
got
goes
the
to
next
show.
one. Got the
Yeah.
next one.
What it say? You have the right to remain silent. But my thing is, if it was self-defense, you know, you had plenty of time to leave the scene, not set up this play, setting up cameras and all that. Then you state that there was an ongoing issue between you and Reggie. So, you know,
Look at
I
this
ain't gonna
one right
front.
here.
Which
Right
one?
there. It's Jazz Katt, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Read that.
His lawyer letting him speak tells me he doesn't believe in his client.
Damn. Grand opening, grand closing.
Come on. It makes no sense. Because guess what? If it was such self-defense, you wouldn't have time to set up cameras and none of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's up. Hop, 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 shots is being let up. No, you setting up cameras, you calling people, yo, chill. You doing all this wild that don't seem like self-defense. It seemed like premeditated. I'm gonna be real. If I'm Reggie's family,
like Reggie being antagonized and everything.
Yes. You had an opportunity to leave the situation, but you didn't. You came up with a plan, and this was the plan. And they said having proof. The only proof you have is that there was opportunity for you to leave.
Yep.
Come on. Self-defense is somebody upped it on you, and you know, in defense, you had to take his life before he took yours. But did they even say that?
Back you in the corner. You know what I mean? You couldn't get out. Like you had nowhere to go.
Come on. But think about it. Was there any bullets fired from Reggie's gun? You know what I mean? If somebody got the gun,
shootout. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That makes no. I'm gonna shoot you before you shoot me. I'm just saying. Straight shootout right in the front room and in the, you know, the doorway, whatever you want to call it. But come on, why was the camera set up like a skit? Come on.
People starting to use their senses here now.
All I know is Reggie can't speak for itself, so we just gonna let this be what it is.
Yeah.
That's why we, you know, had to double back. But the people are starting to see for what it is. Like I said, you know, any more updates, you know, we will follow up. Shout out to Scrams.
Yes,
because this was major. And I was shocked to see so many platforms who jumped on the Reggie Carroll wave chose to ignore this one. Very interesting.
Of course they will. Because it was never genuine from the gate.
Yeah.
So.
But y'all let us know in the comment section, what are your thoughts now that the alleged shooters, you know, came out with this interview? Are you now looking at the situation, you know what I mean, with the side eye? Are you seeing why we've been sitting here wondering why this doesn't add up? Why everything isn't right and exact? Why is it now? We almost in December now. He wants to speak to the media. I mean, come on. We can really don't let me get to cooking. I mean, I can say who
we can get deep because there were certain interviews that came out that got scrubbed from the internet too. And that was on a certain platform. I mean, I'm gonna say it because I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
Interviews that was done by Tasha K with Katt Williams' family. Let's just say that. And, you know, another comedian that's well known got scrubbed from the internet. And I believe on that same platform, Katt Williams gave a statement or something like that. So I guess it was like a fair exchange.
Yeah, apparently there was right. Apparently, you know, Billy Sorrell's connected Katt Williams' alleged brother to Tasha K, you know, but the story went from Reggie Carroll to something else.
Correct.
And this is why you won't see us align ourselves with these individuals, because y'all got a different agenda. We trying to get the truth on what happened to Reggie Carroll. That's the difference.
Bottom line. Bottom line.
If you got an issue with Katt, you know, you want to take part in the smear campaign, cool. This ain't that. Nah. This is right versus wrong. So this is why you won't see us entertain this shit. Because right now with media, it's getting out of hand.
It's a circus.
It's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Perfect transition. But yeah, before we, you know, segue on to the next topic, make sure y'all pull up this Thursday, Thanksgiving, 7:30 p.m. to check out MREC and Rip Presents Mark Prince Comedy Stand-Up Special. Go stand in the corner, okay? Completely unedited, all right? this is our gift to everyone who's been rocking with us for these couple years. You've seen a lot of people become influenced, motivated, inspired by what me and Imrek and many of us were able to, give y'all, with
Facts.
this Knockout Kings of Comedy. Even, shout out Reggie. He's the creator of it.
Yes. Rest in peace, Reggie Carroll.
So, this is why we're invested in it. It just goes with our story. Whereas other people, they're going to do what they've been doing. It's up to y'all to know the difference between the real and the fakes.
Bottom line.
Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor right now and check out the homie Hotep's latest video, The Way It Be. All right, he's one of the hottest rappers coming out of the city of Baltimore right now. So hit the link in the description and let him know that Rip sent you. All right, y'all. Peace.
You ever had them days hit me up and down when you look up, it ain't nobody around? Remember days we was broke, ain't have a dime, having motion, I can tell you about them now. When you patient, only thing you chase is time. You can't get it back, we'll put it in rewind. That's the reason why I meditate. The same reason I can fly 7 grams of side, poured up like 3 lines. That's the way that it be. I ain't saying.
Listen, y'all, public service announcement. This Thanksgiving 2025, Imrek and myself will be releasing a comedy stand-up special titled Imrek and Rip Presents Mark Prince, Go Stand in the Corner. All right, now for those who are unfamiliar with comedian Mark Prince, he is one of the original members of the Knockout Kings of Comedy brand, a brand that was created by comedian Reggie Carroll, rest in peace, as well as comedian Scruncho. Okay, now I'm about to bless y'all with a preview of this comedy stand-up special, and if you like what you see, make sure to hit the link in the description so y'all can set your reminder for Thanksgiving Day. All right, so y'all can check out this exclusive premiere of this comedy stand-up special titled Imrek and Rip Presents Mark Prince, Go Stand in the Corner. All right, with that being said, check out this preview. Let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all on Thanksgiving Day. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, you say you're looking for a boat? I got like a 70-foot 2 yacht in here. Just come on in here and look. Just come in here. Hold on, let me turn the light on.
Hey, look at it! It even got a secret trap door. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't mind these signs right here. Don't even look at that. We can take that off when you come in for $5,000 down. How can I do prices so cheap? Because sometimes I steal shit, but don't worry about that. I sailed in here from Compton this afternoon. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I got on it, I sailed it here, everything was great. The wind, see the sails, they still work. Don't worry about that. The windows, don't even look at that. All you need is a steering wheel. Somebody took the steering wheel. Don't even look at that. It's got 1 engine. Don't worry about that. Or if you want to sail back and forth to like Mexico, don't worry about that. $5 right now. It'll start up and everything. So come down here and call us and we'll make you a deal. Call me, I'm waiting. Don't even look at
Imrek TV.
I ain't telling Max about Jim. I ain't telling Jim about Max. I don't know nothing. I'm not claiming territory. Like I said, I'm just an open store. If your op comes into Walmart, you're going to stop going to Walmart because your op shop's there too? No.
On the publishing side, is Max B free and clear of Jim Jones? Imrek TV.